Hey everyone, how you going? I'm Katie and you're listening to and watching Love Life with Katanna Star. Happy Thursday evening for those in the north and happy Friday for us in the south. It's a long weekend in where we are celebrating His Majesty's birthday. So no one's complaining about that. We get an extra day off. Woo-hoo. Um, on that note, my children are home today with me. So they're being distracted at the moment with McDonald's and God bless Minecraft and Roblox. So I'm going to get into a collective message and I'll be taking a caller as well. We should be good to still go ahead. I mean, I guess with the whole global pandemic, people had to just get used to adjusting things and doing things with kids around, even if they wander across the screen during a Zoom meeting. That's okay. Got to keep it real. All right, I'm going to focus now and see what comes out today. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords actually kind of slipped out as I was putting the deck down. I love the Ace of Swords. This can be seen as a moment of that ding moment, a moment of enlightenment where you're really ready to start a new journey. And swords being all about growth and change and knowledge. This can often represent starting a new journey. Okay, so whether it could be a new education course or literally an experience in life that you're about to go through, there's really going to be an opportunity for growth and positive change in a good way. Okay, so that's the Ace of Swords. Now I've got Kim on the phone with me. Can you hear me okay, Kim?
Yes, yes. Hi, hi. I can hear you perfect.
Oh, excellent. Okay, you're just a little bit quiet from my end, so I'm going to pop my speakers
Oh,
in so I can
okay.
hear you properly. That's okay. Look, um, I've got a very old laptop and I need to get a new one and that will help with hearing. Okay, so I just wanted to be able to make sure I can hear you clearly. So what can I do for you this
Sure.
evening, Kim?
Yeah, so I just wanted to know, like, it was recently my birthday, so I'm a June baby. And yeah, I
Happy
just want to know
birthday.
what it looks like. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much. And yeah, just looking forward to what the next uh year looks like in terms of love and career. I have a few things that are going right now in terms of career, and I want to know um, how that's going to look like. And then with love, I'm seeing someone now. He's great. I want to see, like, how that's going to grow in the next year.
Wow. Oh, so there's lots of positive things happening for you. Okay, so I'll focus on the career one first. And then
Mhm.
and then I'll unpack the relationship, the love reading. Okay. All right, I'll just focus,
Mhm.
Kim,
Okay.
and we'll see what comes out for you. Now to do like a whole month by month astrology spread will take longer, unfortunately, than the time that we have,
Oh
but it
no,
will
that's
give a
too long.
gen
Yeah.
it'll give you a general overview, okay, of what's coming in the next 12
Yeah.
months. So to just so you
Okay.
know, I can't really unpack that. But happy birthday, you're a June baby. So does that make you Gemini or Cancer? Whereabouts are you
Yeah.
on
Gemini.
the
Gemini. Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, the season of Gemini at the moment. It's yeah, one of my best friends is a Gemini.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. I'm focusing Kim, just asking about career for the next 12 months. What do we see happening? Okay. All right, I've got the Knight of Swords, I've got the High Priestess, and I've got the Moon. You've got some big Arcana cards here, so that means lots of big life changing stuff in a way, Kim. Right, and the
Mhm.
and the Hangman. Okay, I'm going to unpack this one by one, and the Emperor and the Queen of
Mhm.
Cups. So the Knight of Swords represents, if this is more your energy, this would represent you feeling the confidence to pursue things that you want in your career, to go after those things. Okay, so whether that's a promotion or
Mhm.
more training or something like
Mhm.
that, there's confidence with that and there's success with that. Okay, this can also represent a
Mhm.
man in your career place. Okay, the Knight is normally aged, 20s onwards. They have that kind of, not always, physical age, but more intellectually. They're very ambitious and they go after what they, and they push, and they often inspire people too. So you could have his energy there at the moment as well. So it's one or of those things. Now, I've got the High Priestess
Okay.
and the Moon here, okay? There's bigger stuff going
Mhm.
on here, okay? This is more than just day-to-day stuff in your career. What you're going to be facing in the next year, Kim, I feel is a desire for more. Okay, I feel that, with the high priestess and
Mhm.
the moon often represents, things coming to the surface, emotions and riding through, challenges,
Mhm.
triumphs, all that sort of stuff. It all sort of comes to the surface with the moon. And with the high priestess here, God, she's magic. She kind of knows it's happening. She knows it's coming.
Mhm.
And it's often about just, looking beyond things and looking deeper at things and really listening to your intuition. That's really what she's all about. She's a very
Mm.
mysterious card. She's beautiful. I'm getting shivers as we speak now. And look, there may be with the Eight of Swords here. I'm feeling this is either going to come down to your perception on how you're seeing yourself in the career place at the moment as feeling a bit stuck, okay, or feeling held back somehow.
Mhm.
And it's about how
Mhm.
you're looking at the situation, especially with the High Priestess here, okay? Because I do sense the desire for advancement here, okay? You've got the Hangman. Again, that's another card that suggests you might be in an impasse on which way to move forward, okay? But with the Knight of
Mhm.
Swords here, that's a positive sign, that you've definitely got the drive and the ambition to follow what you want. Now, with the Emperor here, that this would represent an authority figure, okay? So potentially your boss or someone like that. It's a very powerful card, the Emperor. He's often in a position of authority who makes decisions. And look, with the Queen of Cups here, this could
Mhm.
represent your energy, that kind of emotional, drive for you to want to raise to this level, okay, if you wanted to become the boss or whatever.
Mhm.
um, that would be the underlying thing, I guess, pushing you forward here if you wanted to do advancement in your career here.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
see you actually potentially feeling tempted to walk away from this job. Now, this is not set in stone. This is all in your control. But the Eight of Cups suggests that you will be seeking something more emotionally fulfilling, okay,
Mhm.
potentially.
Mhm.
But again, that's all about your perception and your choices at the end of the day. There's judgment here. Judgment's
Mhm.
huge. Queen of Pentacles. Look, the Queen of Pentacles is a huge successful sign for finances, okay? She's about
Mhm.
independence. She's about confidence. So if you come to a point in your career where you're feeling at a dead end, you might feel tempted to
Mhm.
walk away. And if you do change jobs, it would be a positive move for you to pursue
Mhm.
more of those things that you're wanting. Okay. Now, did you have any
Mhm.
more questions there? Because I might tap into the love reading here. But the Queen of it's all good. It's all good. As far green lights as far as going with advancement and stuff like that. But in your current role that you're in, I feel that you're going to be wanting more than what's available to you.
Uh-huh.
But you'll be able to find that
Okay.
elsewhere. Okay. All right. That's what the cards are
Okay.
indicating
Yeah.
anyway. And don't forget, you're always in control of your choices. So this is just your current energy. But yeah, possibly a
Okay.
change, and there I see advancement if you did. Okay, so let's ask about your
Okay.
relationship. All right, was that
Mhm.
okay, or did you want me to unpack anything more there?
No, that was perfect. No, that was perfect. It was
Great.
awesome. Yeah.
Well, all best with that, Kim. All right, let's see what's going on in the relationship. Oh, look, the lovers. That just flew out. Lovers is great. And that just, that's a huge major arcana card. So that's saying for the next 12 months, yes, your relationship's going to be very, I guess, a big thing in your life. Um, Now, we've got the Three of Swords here, okay? That can mean disappointment, heartbreak, sadness, and look, I'm not suggesting you're going to break up, okay? But there could be some arguments coming here. Let's have a look. Look, the Page of Swords is there. So, there's is there a lack of trust between you two? Because I'm sensing someone has their walls up a bit, and there's a bit of a lack of trust in fear of getting hurt again. You don't have to
So
confirm or
that's
deny.
probably on his end. Probably
Right.
on his
Okay.
end.
All right, because that's one of your challenges. Okay, that's what's coming out with the Three of Swords and the Page of Swords here. I feel that someone's
Mhm.
scared of getting hurt again. Okay, and there's
Mhm.
walls up there,
Mhm.
but I mean it's not a bad thing. That's just a self-preservation thing. Okay, we all do it to an extent. It's our defensive
Mhm.
mechanisms. Okay, so that could be
Mhm.
something to just be mindful of. Is that to work on the trust and build on the trust and understand that perhaps there's a bit of baggage there that you can talk about. And with the Queen of Swords
Mhm.
here, you know, she would represent you, Kim. She's Gemini energy. She thinks with a very clear head, actually. She's very articulate and great at communicating. So don't be afraid to have those conversations. The Gemini,
Mm.
Gemini energy is lover's energy too. Okay. And that cannot, and
Mhm.
as you know, with a Gemini, there's often two aspects to a situation. Okay. And it's about really making that
Mhm.
choice, and that, and I think what he's wanting from you is to know that he is safe to really commit to you, because he is scared of getting hurt. That's what
Mm.
I'm picking up, because with the Three of Swords there,
Got
that's
it.
what that means. Okay. Now I'll just keep going a little
Mm.
bit more, asking about where this is going. Look, you're both
Mhm.
very social people. Okay, I can pick that up. You got the Three of Cups there, so I
Mhm.
see lots of social times, good times, going out together. Now, I don't know what your situation is, Kim, if you're planning for a family or not, but the Empress is here. This
Yeah.
signifies fertility. Okay, so that's a
Uh-huh.
green light if you were thinking about
Yeah.
having a baby. Okay.
Yeah.
There's also the Five of Swords here. Again, there's conflict, and this would be around money. Okay, so if you were to consider conceiving, there could be concerns there about just about the finances and the feasibility of it all. And not, that's pretty normal. Again, this is nothing, unusual to what happens in day-to-day relationships. But just so you're aware, that's the kind of energy that you'd be looking at. There's the World here as well. Okay, so this can represent joyful cycles coming to a point of completion. So achieving things together, possibly even traveling together. You've got the Knight of Wands there. One of you may have that desire to want to sort of go out and travel and have a bit of fun and all that sort of stuff before you choose to settle down and have a family. Look, I've just got the prompt there. Sorry, Kim, that I need to wind up because we've ran out of time,
Okay.
unfortunately. But look, yeah,
Oh,
look,
no
day to
worries
day
at all.
normal
It's
stuff in
perfect.
really, yeah. But potential pregnancy, if that's
Okay.
what you want. But again, one of you might
Yeah.
want to travel first. Okay, take care. I wish you all
Okay.
best. Have a great long weekend. Oh, you guys are in the US. You don't have the long
Okay.
weekend, do you? We
Yes.
do. Thank you so much. Everyone else, have a great one, and blessed be. I'll see you same time next week. Thank you.